First tonight on this January 6th, Congress has certified President-elect Donald Trump's return to power. It's a stark difference from what happened 4 years ago.
In 2020, supporters of Donald Trump stormed the Capitol and disrupted the process after his loss. Since then, 1,500 people have been charged for their involvement.
One of those individuals was former gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelley. He was charged for his role in the January 6th riots.
News 8's Megan Bunchman spoke with Kelley and shares what he had to say.
4 years later, and Ryan Kelley says he doesn't regret a thing. He had questions back then about the 2020 electoral process, and if things were the same today, he'd do things the exact same way. A stark difference on the Hill today, as fences and extra security filed into D.C. ahead of Congress certifying the presidential election.
Shall be deemed a sufficient declaration.
The peaceful transition of power returned to our nation's capital as onlookers, including those who protested during the last certification presidential process, watched.
I'm feeling great. I think there's exciting things coming for our country here in the coming weeks, months, and years. And we're going to see what changes are going to be brought with the new administration.
News 8 spoke with former gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelley, who gained national attention following the January 6th protest for his part in what he says was exercising his rights.
I was there because, I saw things happen for the 2020 election that, looked suspicious, made me skeptical. Like many other people, had questions. And wanted to have, our voices heard, to have Congress, take a closer look at things before they certified the election.
Kelley pled guilty last year to a misdemeanor charge for his role that day. Still, the former candidate, now real estate agent, says he'd do it all over again. Would you do it all over again?
Great question. I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
We'd keep it the same.
Kelley says that he welcomes the pardon President-elect Trump has promised for the J6ers, but for him personally, that event is behind him, having already served 60 days in federal prison away from his family.
To certain people, going back to that polarizing view, right, Megan, where people see things certain ways of the date of January 6th, of my gubernatorial run. And regardless if I get a pardon or not, if the J6ers get a pardon or not, there's still going to be a large number of people around the country that think that they're the worst people in the world. They're the worst Americans. They all deserve to rot in jail for, eternity. Pardon's not going to change how they think about how those people are thought about by certain people. And on the flip side, pardon or no pardon, there's a group of people out there that think that the J6ers are patriots. They were treated wrong. It's going to have that opposing viewpoint.
Kelley says he is happy to see Monday's process ran smoothly. As for return to politics,
I haven't ruled it out, and I don't know what that looks like. If there's going to be a run in 26, I can tell you that phone calls from people all over the state and even out of the state, that whole J6 thing kind of boosted me nationally in a way as well, where people recognize me.
In Grand Rapids, I'm Megan Bunchman, News 8.